Okay, we're going to do a quick walkthrough of the dragonsbaseballclub.org website. We did some updates, added a bunch of features, so let's go through them. First, I'm showing you one of the team pages. This is the non-logged in view. Right here you'll see we have what's called a parent login, and we will have a single username that all the parents of the team can log in. And what that does is it kind of keeps some information about the team private, so not all the kids' information is out and available. So I'm actually logged in to the back end dashboard now, so if I refresh, this will show the view. So I'll do that just so you can see. Now you can see the page is different. It says now that we're logged in, and this would have happened if the person would have logged in with the parent login, but I have administrative login actually in the other browser window or the other tab, so it's allowing me to see just as a parent would logged in. So anyway, you'll see we have more tabs. We all have a roster tab. This is all in demo mode. The full rosters can be loaded. And we'll have a photo gallery. This team page can just have general information. The calendar page is set right over here, and I have one test event in here. And each of the teams, the 12, 14, and 15, all have their own calendar. So parents for each team can actually subscribe right here using Outlook or on their Mac, iCal. Or if they're a Google Calendar user, they just click the Google Calendar. And what happens is when the calendar gets updated, that information gets pushed directly to their own calendars, whether it be practices, games, whatnot, so that their Outlook or their phone, whatever they use, it just automatically stays updated. So it's a great feature. We also have built-in capabilities for texting. And to collect that information, we make it kind of easy. We've got the form here, so the parents will just fill out their name, email address, just to confirm who they are. They put in their 10-digit number and choose their provider, hit submit. That goes to a database, so that database does have to manually be inputted into the Google system for texting, but it's an easy way to collect it from all the parents. They can just all do that at the beginning of the season, go in, get their text information put up there and whatnot. Team photo or an icon, if the team has their own logo, could go right here to the left. Of course, the coaches' names, an email address for the coaches, phone number. This could be a big team photo, whatever you want, any text. Again, the whole roster can show here, and then photos from the season can go there. And that's the same on all the pages. The directors and coaches page, it's kind of a place for information about each of the coaches and the directors. If you want to end up having a biography, we can do that. I don't have that field set up, but it can be set up. The schedule and results, it works just how it's always worked. It'll be a table. I'll show you that when we get inside. I've updated the tryouts page. Again, a table for doing the tryouts, but I added a form where people can fill out and submit their child's information. The news has just got a small makeover. Now you can click and read all about it. It's designed to have a featured image show at the top. I'll show you how to do that. The blog is there. It'll show as page not found because we don't have any blog stories yet. About us remains the same. Contact us essentially is the same, except for we have a phone number now. This is a Google Voice number, 425-780-5123. That number will send voice messages to the gm@dragonsbaseballclub.org email address. You will see a text version of the message, about 80% correct, and then also a link to actually hear the message. That's a Google Voice number. It's also down here. That's free. So all the pages you see linked here at the top are also linked at the bottom, and I'll show you how to update those. I'll show you how to update your sponsors and whatnot. Okay, let's go to the administration. So we're logged into the back end here. Here's the home page. Nothing great there. Posts are how they've always been. So let's go in and edit one. So I hit edit. I want to show you one thing. So when you post a new article, it's going to automatically go to Facebook, just so you know. It'll go right to the Facebook page automatically. So do post as much as you can here rather than going directly on Facebook. It makes more sense to post it here under either news or blog. And like I said, it'll automatically update. Here's the featured image that I mentioned. This tells you it needs to be 640 pixels wide by any height. So that's going to show on each page right here. Basically right here, what you just saw here to the left, that's just kind of a thumbnail. And here's the full version. So that's 640 wide right here you're seeing, and the height I think is 200. You can make it 300, and of course it just depends on the type of photo you have, how it should be cropped. But I want to let you know that that hint is right here, featured image, 640 by any height. When you do a post, make sure you do the correct category. You probably don't need to do tags. This is for search engine optimization. It's called SEO options. You can do this for every page if you want better search engine placement. You can put a description that's just a sentence, keywords or key phrases separated by commas. Real easy to do. Let's go to the pages now. Pages are basically the same thing. And I'll hit edit just to show you a couple features. And we're editing the schedule here. And you'll see there's really nothing here. This is what's called a short code called table ID, and it's table number 3. And that's from this WP table reloaded. So we'll go right to that right now. This is where you edit the tables. So this is ID number 3. That's the 2012 schedule results. We'll hit edit. And right here is where you'll do all your editing of the table, putting in all the information. It's a little complicated, not too much, but doing the table this way is much easier than within the page itself because it doesn't work really well in WordPress. Let's go back to the pages. So the 2 pages or 3, whatever it is that have 2, I guess, that have tables, you'll actually be doing the table editing in WP table reloaded. I'm going to go to contact us just to show you that, or maybe I should have just went to tryouts. Let me go back to tryouts. The reason that one makes sense is because it has both. Let's go to the tryouts page so I can show you. This tryouts page actually has, here's the table, and then it has the form down at the bottom. So we have both on this page, which is great. Didn't mean to click that. So here you'll see this is the text. Here's that short code for the table, and then here's the short code for the form. And I'll show you the form is really easy to enter, actually. So is the table. Let's go down the line, and we're not going to save this, but here's the insert a table. So this is so easy. You just find whichever table you're wanting to insert, you hit insert, and boom, see the shortcode's made for you automatically. Same thing works with this form. You hit add form, find your form. Let's do that. We don't need to display the title or the description for this. You hit insert form, and then there's a short code. So it's really easy to insert those things that are forms, which are here. Let's go to the forms and those tables. The reason I'm getting this warning is because I didn't hit save, and it wants to make sure that I want to leave this page without saving, which I do. So now we're on the forms, which is your contact form or your tryout form down here. So let's do tryout form right here. You hover, and this is how it is for everything on WordPress. Just hover over the page name, post name, form, and you can hit edit, whatever you want to do. And we're going to hit edit, just because I want to show you how easy it is to edit forms. If you want to change these, add your own information and whatnot, it's quite easy to do. Let's take example player name. Maybe you want birth date to be first. We just click with the left and drag, and it's been moved. Birth date's at the top, player's name's at the bottom. You don't want it named player's name anymore. You hit the edit right here, And you can add player's first name. Hit close. And now it says player's first name. You want to add, let's add a question. So let's click, we want to do this a single line. You'll have to go through here. There's advanced fields, which are great, like name, address. Let's do do we have address on here? Address would be a great one. We don't. So let's click address. When we do that, it's going to drop it to the bottom of the form. But remember, it's so easy just to drag it because we want to drag it up to there. And then we can hit edit. See how the address is already it's got all the city, everything's already formatted. It's really quite nice. Address type, we can make it a US address, so it's going to change kind of the format. Hide a second address line because we don't want to have one address line, for example. The default state, of course, you're going to choose Washington. So now Washington, you see, shows up. So it's pretty much WYSIWYG, what you can see right here. I'm going to go to the notifications page because I'm not going to hit update because I don't want to save these. And when I hit notifications, again, we're going to get that leave the page, and we do want to do that because we're not going to save. So we go to notifications. And this is probably doesn't have to get changed, but this is good to know should you make a new form, because you can make a new form yourself if you want to make a new one for whatever reason. And I already showed you how easy it was to insert it into any page that you want. So here's where the result of the form is. It's going to be from the parent's name rather than the player's name, and the parent's email. And I gave it a subject of the email, so when it comes in, it says new submission from Dragons Baseball Club, and then form title. So whatever this form title is, which is tryout registration form, that'll automatically populate. I don't usually update this section here. It just says all fields, and it's just going to give you the fields. So you can update that. Keep in mind, you're going to have this shot to your email address, but don't think that's your only record. If we click forms right here, which I'm going to, I'm going to see all the entries. See, we've had 1,999 views, but there's 24 entries. Well, let's go look at those entries. So I click entries. And there we go. We can see all the entries that are here. And if you ever want to clear them, you just hit select that and you hit is there trash? Yeah, trash, then hit apply, and it'll move everything there, and you can clear out the database if you want to clear it out. Import export right here is really great, especially you're going to want this for the tryouts. So you're going to want to export entries from let's select a form, tryout registration form. When we do that, then it's going to ask what fields do you want exported. You might want them all. It just depends. You hit select all, and then if you don't care about these down here, that's fine. You can select your dates that you want to export from if you don't want to do them all. And then you click download export file, and right there it's going to go to an Excel file and download to your computer. It's great. Works easy. I'm going to show you events, even though I think we're going to set this up so you can manage this through a Google Calendar. That's how some other sports teams are doing it, and it's automated. It works great. So you'll have your Google Calendar, which is where you'll enter all your events, and this website will actually go to the Google Calendar and pull that information automatically, import it into here, which then allows your parents, as I described before, to subscribe. So it's completely an automated process. But you'll enjoy making your modifications on the Google Calendar probably better. So you can manually enter events here, but like I said, you'll probably like it better. So we'll do that later, another video. Teams. Teams are already loaded right now, but you might want to edit them. So I'll click edit, and you can go in, and of course this will put your coach name, whatever their email address is, phone number. This is where that text is. This is the team logo. This is really easy how this works. So I'm going to hit remove it just to kind of show you. This is how the featured image works on the posts. Team logo. This will be how the staff photos work, how the player photos work. You'll hit set featured image, and you can click upload files, and then you select from your computer. In this case, I'm just going to grab what we already have and because I already have it up there. So there we go. These are all the images that are available. I know this is the one I want. It's the 150 by 150. I click the set down at the bottom, and you'll see it just loads into place. You're not going to worry about these codes on these bottom ones. These are not necessary, and you really don't have to. You can change the team photo, however, here, the upload file, that's fine, but everything below that you probably don't care about. It's everything up here is what you want to edit. So I'm going to skip out of here, and it's going to do the same. Do you want to exit without saving? Probably. Nope, it didn't. Okay. Players. Click edit. You understand, pressing add new works exactly the same. It just doesn't have content loaded already. Put in your player name. In both these places, it's actually needed. And then if you want additional fields to collect, like their favorite food or their favorite baseball team or their position or their number, we can do whatever you want. We can put these in, and then we can format them to show up on the roster page. Right now, all we have is if you upload their player photo, it will show here, and then the demo player obviously is their name. And this tells you again what their player profile image size should be, 190 wide by 260 high. This makes it real easy with those tips. And then you just select what team they're on. I have all three just because of this is demos. Obviously, you'd only put them on one team. And eventually, if you end up doing an alumni page for those who graduate out and go on to college or the pros or whatever, we can set up an alumni page and kind of have those players that are successful show up on a page to help promote your club. So that'll be a great thing. Let's go to staff. Staff works really exactly the same way. I'm going to edit Mike's profile here. Again, adding new. It looks just the same. It just doesn't have the content loaded already. Come on, we're running slow tonight. Here we go. Okay. Again, first name needs to go up there. Also, it's going to go here. His position, email address, and then decide if he's a coach or a director. And staff profile set up as 150 by 150. Same thing. So, so directors and coaches. Obviously, anybody who's a director is going to show up in this top section, and all the coaches right below. And rather than just manager, you might say the U12 manager or the 12U manager. That would be appropriate. So that's how staff works. It's really easy. Under media, that's just where all the images basically go. When you upload them within the staff, player, teams, pages, posts, they end up here. This is just kind of where you can look and see what you have available. We went through forums already. Comments I have turned off, but if you want to turn them on for your blog, we can do that. And that means when you post a story, people can reply, basically. So that's what that's all about. Do have this section called widget content, and I just realized I have the permission set up wrong on this, but and you click edit widget content, I think it's going to show nothing. Oh no, it does show these, but it says view. That's the problem. And what these are like the logo right here, the sponsors right here, the contact us right here. These little squares that are kind of throughout the site. These are what's called widgets. So within the widget content, once I get the permissions set up, which I don't right now, you'll be able to hit edit, and you can update the slogan. For example, here's another widget content. So that's the slogan. If you want that changed, you'll be able to do that. The logo, of course, the sponsors, and the view. And when you're in there, it looks no different than editing, like here when we're on the pages, and you want to edit the content. It's going to look just like this, right? You have the editor, be able to do text, you'll be able to insert photos, whatever. But of course, you probably won't update them very much. Again, that's the widget content areas, which are these spaces. Let's go to menus, because you need to understand that. Menus are under appearance, so we'll hit menus. Okay, here we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tabs here, and these are the 5 menus that you need to be thinking about when you do stuff like adding pages and whatnot. So I'm going to start with the main navigation. In the main navigation, of course, is the home, results, our teams. So that's what's here across the top: home, schedule, results, our teams, directors. Notice how that's a drop down under our teams. So that's why this is indented. These are the drop downs. But the way this works is, say you want coaches and directors to be up at the top. So you just click to your left and you drag. It's a drag situation. And then if we were to hit save, directors and coaches would be before home. It's that simple. Same thing, you can obviously move these around. If you wanted schedule and results to be under home as a drop down, you just kind of slide it to the right, and that's what happened. But I don't want to do that. Secondary menu or secondary navigation. Again, it's warning me because I didn't save, because I didn't want to save. So as you can see, it says tryouts, news, blog, about us, contact us. And there you go, tryouts, news, blog, about us, contact us. And I'll show you where this information is coming from. So over here you have pages. So these are all the pages that are in the site, and these are the events, which you actually don't need to use those. Here's the categories, blog, news. So that's how this blog and news came out. Notice it says it's a category opposed to a page. So let's say you wanted to add the text notifications to the menu. You just select, or let's select those 3. Click add to menu, and you'll see, boom, they pop up right here. Of course, you can drag and drop them wherever you want them to be. We don't want them here, so I'm not going to save. So that's your main menu and your secondary navigation. So there's your main at the top and your secondary, which is right below. But at the bottom of the page, remember, we have 2 sets also. So we have a left menu and a right menu. And the reason this is down here, it just makes it easier when people are reading through your site. When they hit the bottom, they can just, boom, go where they want to go. They don't have to go back to the top. That just means you need to maintain them also here. So here's your left menu. It works exactly the same. Although you can see this is a horizontal menu and this is a vertical. When we're editing in the back end, it's exactly the same. So you can drag or drop. Okay, so now finally, let's go to the mobile menu. Mobile menu is key because your site looks different when on an iPhone, Android phone, Windows phone, whatnot. And it has a separate menu system. So if you get on your phone and check it out, you'll see how it works. And that's what this mobile menu is, basically. So it's got all the same pages. It's just a single menu and laid out a little differently. But that's where you edit that. If you want to change your password, just hit profile here on the left. And you're taken to the bottom of the page, new password, hit update, and you are good to go. Gallery. Let's go to manage gallery. So I have 3 set up right now. Let's go back to the teams page, the 12U, photo gallery, tab right here. So this is managed through these galleries. You can see I already have 3 set up. Let's go into 12U gallery. And let's see. We have just 1 photo. You want to add more photos. We actually have to go to the add gallery images. So you click that. And it's a pretty simple function. You just first choose your gallery. You want to put it in the U12. And then hit select files. And then find them on your computer and upload them. And they will be part of the gallery. It's pretty simple. Now, home page. Rotating images here. That's managed right here through what's called a slideshow. Okay, so we have a home page rotator. That's pretty self-explanatory. Click Manage Images, and now we'll see the 4, I think it is, 4 images are ready to go. Those are what are in there. If you don't want them in there anymore, or you want to get rid of 1 or 2, you just select that, hit remove, boom. you can click there to add images, but I'm going to start at the bottom to let you know what the size is. So slide image dimensions. This is important that you size it correctly. 700 wide by 465 high. So that's what you want to do. Then you'll click add image. You're doing that in Photoshop or whatever you use to size your images. The key is sizing your images appropriately as they're coded throughout the site. If you don't do that, it's just not going to look clean. This makes sure that it's all clean. And you'll just do upload to media library and browse your computer, and then boom, it'll do it. But when we're in here, just some details. As you can see, we have a caption here, which I just saved that, the Bellevue Dragons. But you can actually adjust that right here. See where it says caption? You know, if it's a photo of something's particular, you put in the caption, whatever it is. And that's how that's done. Pretty easy. I already showed you the tables. Filebase is something I haven't installed yet, but it's ready for you to use once you're ready. This will be your documents and whatnot. And that's kind of like, let's go to the East Lake Baseball Club.org site. A lot of the features that are in yours are the exact same ones that are on this site. So if you want to take a look at what they're doing, you can do that if the site will ever come up. But anyway, so they're using this Filebase to manage their documents. So I'll go back to the dashboard because I think I've shown you everything. Except for this baseball club here's not showing up tonight. So basically that is the site. Right here what's showing, these are the top 2 articles in your news category. You'll see it says about the website and you hit news and it's the same. Do not know why it's taken so long for this club. Anyway, you'll see it's the same 2. So notice here, so I'm done showing you the back end right here. I think we've gone through all the information. If you hit right here, you can see the statistics of what's going on with your site. And you hit site stats up here under this Jetpack, and you'll get a more clear picture if you're curious about how many views you're getting. Don't look at today, it's because I've been working on the site. That's 83 visits, 19. So you're really 35. So yeah, you're going in the teens to the 30s, it looks like. Yeah, that's kind of the average what's happening here on your site. Let's do a refresh because this baseball club should be showing up quicker than that. Anyway, that'll give you that type of information. I'm kind of surprised this is running so slow. Anyway, we'll show you at another time. That should do it for this video. And what I recommend you do is watch it a couple times and take notes at the different time slots where I'm demoing the different activities, posts, pages, events, whatever, so you can come back to it at a later time and review it. So thanks very much.